Social information processing was developed by Joseph Walter in 1992. It was formed to show how people built relationships across technologies in the 90s, such as email and chat rooms, etc. Other communication scholars were skeptical of online relationships at first, but believed it was suitable for the task-related purposes. The main goal of social information processing is to understand why and how people use cell phones, texting, and social media to build close relationships. SIP differentiates the positives, negatives, and verbals and nonverbals of computer-mediated communication versus face-to-face relationships. In relation to that, social presence theory incorporates media richness and cues filtered out to explain how communication can vary or lack in many areas when information is disclosed online versus in person.
Underlying assumptions about the social information processing theory. CMC provides unique opportunities to connect with people. However, the connection and feelings we find in CMC are found in all kinds of relationships. Another assumption in this theory is that online communicators are motivated to form good impressions of themselves to others. However, T. Hanlon, author of Disembodied Intimacies, states that people are falling in love online with fantasies and the idea of reinventing or experimenting with the hidden self. Another source confirms that the way you conduct yourself online is almost equally, if not more important, than how you'd make a first impression in a face-to-face reaction. Lastly, CMC relationships are thought to require more time and messages to develop face-to-face intimacy levels. However, Kay Hales weighs in that with using CMC, it is more common for nonverbals to be reduced, making it easier for betrayal, lying, and cheating to come into play. Susan Wildermuth states from her article, Love on the Line, that our minds create what kind of reality we want to see in someone. She concludes that despite the difficulties involved with CMC relationships, people are able to develop things online that may not bring about the same qualities in person.
After assessing all of our information now, here's Holly with the story.
Breaking news, coming to you live from Queen's University of Charlotte. A young man finds out that his girlfriend online is not really who she says she is. Stay with us as we cover more details following this investigation.
For the last 16 months, Cameron was in what he thought to be an honest, successful online relationship with Kylie Drew, until sources led him to find out he was being catfished by Jordan Red for the entire time. We had a chance to sit down with Jordan. This is what he had to say.
What made you lie? Like, why did you do that to Cameron?
I just thought it'd be fun. Like, I was bored.
Do you feel bad about it at all?
Nah, I'd do that again.
We were also able to sit down with Kylie Drew and get her take on the story. Here's what she had to say to reporters.
So how does it make you feel that your information was used in this way?
I just feel really unsafe and bothered that my information was used like that.
And do you feel bad for Cameron?
Yeah, of course I do.
Now let's take you live with Holly Van Huren with Cameryn Turnbull and the story.
Communicators are motivated to form good impressions of themselves to others. According to the source, T. Hanlon, author of Disembodied Intimacies, states that people are falling in love with the idea of someone creating false impressions. Cameryn Turnbull, what do you have to say about this?
I think that that's definitely right, and I've been through a similar thing, so I think it's a real problem.
And tell us a little bit about your personal experience.
Well, I thought I was talking to this girl, and she turned out to be a 60-year-old man.
Turnbull was too upset to continue his interview, but we can all learn from his story. Be careful what you put out there on the internet, because you never know who's on the other side of that webcam. I'm Cameron Smith. This is Newsroom 5, signing off.